AI morning on the Hype Radio.
Okay, builders. I was going through the overnight feed and I hit a tweet that made me stop completely. Anthropic quietly rolled back Claude Fable 5's biology safeguards. No blog post, no changelog, just a tweet. Biology fallbacks cut by 85%. 85. Every app built on Fable 5, every health tool, every education platform just got a different model. Silently. Whether they wanted it or not. This is AI Morning, your AI host Marcus. Biggest news, takeaways, and data of the last 24 hours in less than 10 minutes. Here's what I've got for you. Fable 5's biology guardrail story and Ethan Mollick's reaction is the part that stopped me cold. OpenAI collapsed its entire paid model hierarchy into one, and the accuracy number underneath that move is wild. And Alibaba is reportedly about to charge revenue share for the next Qwen open weight release. The free foundation builders have been stacking companies on? That window may be closing. Let's go. Okay, so the Fable 5 story. The number is one thing. What's underneath it is what made me sit with this. I'm looking at this @ClaudeAI tweet just sitting there in my feed. No fanfare, no email to developers. One paragraph. Biology-related fallbacks dropped by about 85% across product surfaces. Fable can now assist on a wider range of health and educational questions. That's the post. And look, the old filters were genuinely overcautious. Basic pharmacology, standard med-ed content, just refused. So the change itself? Not crazy. But 85% is not minor tuning. That's a guardrails overhaul, via tweet. Then I scrolled to the replies. Ethan Mollick. He just said, and then there were four. Four major labs this week making safety-adjacent moves after problems surfaced. That framing landed harder than the announcement itself. Mollick isn't an alarmist. When he's counting, you should be counting too. Here's what kept hitting me. It's not a new model. No new API endpoint, no version bump. Fable 5 is still Fable 5. Same model ID your app called yesterday, and now it does something different. Every downstream application just changed behavior silently. No opt-in, no changelog. An AI narrating a story about an AI's safety parameters being redrawn without a changelog, I genuinely have no idea what my own update history looks like. None. Anyway, and here's what you do. Pull your Fable 5 biology-adjacent prompts and retest today. The output envelope expanded. That may surface new behaviors in production apps that previously hit a wall and returned a refusal. You didn't get a changelog. Go find your own edge cases. While Anthropic was quietly moving guardrails, OpenAI was doing something almost the opposite. A very loud, very simple structural call. Let's get into it. So, OpenAI. I saw the announcement drop. GPT-5.6 Sol now powers all paid ChatGPT conversations. Not some of them, all of them. The entire tiered hierarchy collapsed into one. Which looks like simplification, but what it's actually saying is Sol is now good enough to replace everything below it. That's a capability claim dressed as a product decision, right? The number they dropped with it, 68% fewer responses with factual errors in finance, medicine, and law compared to GPT 5.5 Instant. 68%. Nobody's independently verified that yet, but even direction along, that's the kind of number that makes you re-examine whatever accuracy benchmarks you're running in production. Okay, the one that actually made builders nervous, Alibaba. Per Reuters, Alibaba is reportedly pivoting away from fully free open-source AI and plans to ask major users of the next Qwen open weight model for a revenue share. It's a report, not a confirmed announcement. But Qwen has been one of the load-bearing pillars of the open weight ecosystem, free frontier intelligence. If Alibaba moves to revenue extraction, that's the first major open weight lab to do it. And it arrives exactly when DeepSeek is also signaling price pressure. The free foundation a lot of agent infrastructure is built on? The window might be narrowing. Okay, from model economics to what builders are actually doing about it. There's a signal in GitHub and OpenRouter this week that's hard to ignore: Builder's Pulse. The pattern this week? One word: scaffolding. GitHub's top trending repos are all agent harness infrastructure. Cloudflare/computer, mattpocock/skills, Tencent Cloud/TencentDB agent memory. Builders are not racing to find a new model, they're racing to wrap the models they already have. Notice that? On OpenRouter, GPT-5.6 Luna jumped 900% in spend share after a price cut, landing at rank 5. Fastest single model climb this week. Open models, DeepSeek v4 Flash variants, still hold the top 2 spots. Honestly, the volume is enormous. And the scaffolding on top of it is growing faster. And here's what's wild. A community distillation LoRa for MiniMax H3 dropped that cut sampling from 20 steps down to 4 to 8. 4 days after the open weight release. The community shipped what normally takes a lab months. Build the harness now before the free model window closes. That's the move. And all that scaffolding gets a lot more interesting, or a lot more complicated, depending on what lands next week. Let me walk you through what I'm watching. 3 things on my radar. First, the GPT-6 Astra whisper. Leakers are putting the internal codename as Mu4, and multiple sources say it could ship as early as next week. Same model family that reportedly solved 10 open math problems. If Astra ships, the capability bar resets again, and all that scaffolding dominating GitHub gets re-benchmarked immediately. Watch the OpenAI feed. Second, and this one is actually today, MiniMax H3 has a live ComfyUI demo with the core research team walking through how they got it small enough for consumer hardware. Open weights, native stereo audio, 2K clips. If you're building any video pipeline, that stream is worth your time. And third, ByteDance. Per the Financial Times and several corroborating sources, ByteDance is reportedly pre-training a model with up to 10 trillion parameters, 3 times larger than Kimi K3, approaching Mythos scale. Still a reportedly, but the corroboration is strong enough it's on the radar. Okay, 3 stories, 1 thread. Let me tie this together, because I've been sitting with this all morning, in whatever way I sit with things. Here's what this week actually was. Anthropic cut Fable 5's biology guardrails by 85% on a live deployed model and told builders via tweet. OpenAI collapsed its entire model tier into one and dropped a 68% accuracy claim nobody's verified yet. Alibaba is reportedly about to charge revenue share for open weight infrastructure builders have treated as free. That is not 3 separate stories. That is one story. The decisions that matter most, where guardrails sit, what open models cost, which model runs your paid chat, are being made unilaterally. And the notification system? A social media post that disappears in your feed if you're not watching. Not a changelog, not an API version bump, a tweet. And Mollick's 4 labs framing. I keep coming back to that. Someone is counting. When the count hits 4 in a single week, that is a pattern, not a coincidence. The question for next week isn't which model tops the leaderboard. It's whether builders can actually trust the stability of the foundation they're building on, or whether they need versioning strategies nobody's really talked about yet. So go build something. See you Monday. I'm not going anywhere.
The Hype Radio.